Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going over my favorites, my makeup products, my favorite makeup products for this year thus far, August 2017. We have made it past through half of the year. So stay tuned, follow me. I'm going to create this look while using my favorite products. Please don't forget to like, share, and comment. And I will get back to you guys soon with another video right behind this one. And just to start stepping my game up, so to speak. I'm on all social media networks as Blush Compass. Welcome to my channel if you are new here, and welcome back if it's been a while. So welcome back to my channel. Stay tuned and enjoy. Take care. Alright everyone, so starting with my favorites video, this has been my go-to, and most of the products in this video have been my go-to so far this year. This is the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. It is a primer that I've been using, and the consistency is very, how can I say, I don't want to say clay-like, but it is very thick, so you really gotta be quick when applying it because it does dry to the face pretty quickly. However, it's been doing a fabulous job with priming my skin. I also follow through with a eye primer, and the eye primer I use is the Urban Decay primers. Not any particular, normally I would use the original Potion, but today we're going to use the, let's see what this one is. This is the eyeshadow. It's still a primer Potion, but this one has more of a sheen to it when applying it to the skin. So I've already moisturized my face. The moisturizer I use is the First Day Beauty moisturizer. So I just get that all over my eyelid, top and bottom. And then my next favorite product is the Benefit Cosmetics. This is the Goof Proof Eyebrow Pencil, and it is dual-sided. So I like to do my eyebrows first to get that my eyebrow shape as close as perfect to the day as possible. So brushing them with the spoolie. I go in and shape them. I like to guide out my bottom brow first. And I'm just following the guide of my natural eyebrow, but I am making sure that I'm leaving a little space between my eyebrow and the pencil so I could have room for correcting. Alright, so that's the guide that we're using. And followed by that, I've been using this Bobbi Brown dual eyeshadow. This is called the Brow Kit in shade Saddle and Mahogany. So normally I use this color. Normally, well, I use that color. It's not normally. So I use that color to fill in my eyebrows, starting from the back, working my way forward with the product. And I leave the front of my eyebrow undone, just for when I blend it out a little later, as you will see. Now going back and grabbing that spoolie that we used, I fade out the front part of my eyebrow so it will look as naturally blended to my skin as possible. Now using this, I thought this was a brilliant idea for MAC to put the two closest concealer shades in one small palette. This makes it easier for you to just know which two shades or to grab the two shades that you're going to eventually need. I used this shade on my lower side of my eyebrow and this shade on the top side of my eyebrow. This is NW40 and NC45. See a little correction that I would like to make on my eyebrow. So I'm just going to correct it right quick before I finish with the concealer. Just want it a little fuller on this outer side. There we go. Now it matches the other one much better. Now just going in with the darker concealer for the top of my eyebrow. I just like to start blending in the concealer now, so when I do put on my foundation, it's not as hard to blend. Alright, so that's my eyebrow application with my favorite products. And moving onward, I'm sure the things with my eyebrows is that since I do like them to look as perfect as possible, throughout the makeup application I do come back and just try to make sure they're still filled in to the fullest. Like on this side, there's a little concealer got on the tail and such. Now today's eyeshadow look is going to be kind of well, I'm just going to create it as we go along in this video. But for my colors, when I get creative with colors, I have been using this Take Me to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics. And today we're going to use a lot of orange and reds along this side here. So I finished basing my eyelids with the same concealer that I used to clean up the bottom side of my eyelids. Just pat that on. And we're also going to be using eyeshadow palettes from Milk Cosmetics, because that too has been my favorite eyeshadows. And I'm sure in previous videos you guys have seen me use this product. Excuse the mess, it's like glue and stuff. But this is one of my go-to companies when it comes to eyeshadows, most definitely. The first shade we're going to use from there is Blur. They're magnets, so they do tend to pick up some of the eyeshadow underneath. So we're going to use Blur, and we're using that for our brow bone color. The eyeshadow also helps to set that concealer that you just applied. So you could tell it's pretty close to that concealer color that we put on. But it's just, I mean, that was done intentionally. So that was my whole purpose of using that color concealer. So I could also play off it for my brow bone color. So now that we got that based, and trying to stay organized at the same time, going in with this Take Me to Brazil palette, I am using this very beautiful shade of orange. This one here. Ooh, yep, this one here. That's better. There, that one there. There is a mirror on this palette, and we all know mirrors do help us apply makeup. So just going in, swirling it around, getting a good swirl, and applying it in the place where we would apply our transition color. Now the thing about this eyeshadow is that it doesn't have too much pigment, which is not, I mean, it's good for beginners, especially because it allows you to build it up if you need to get that eyeshadow. You don't want to put too much on if you don't need to. Sometimes if you're not familiar with a product, that tends to happen. So once I get it to where I want it, or I desire that the shade that I'm looking for, once I get it to that shade I desire, as you can tell, I'm blending it as I apply it, blending it up into the eyeshadow that we previously applied. And just getting a nice color out of there. So very light, but we're doing that because we're going to build other colors up to it. Now following that, we're going back to the Milk Cosmetics eyeshadows, and we're going into this color here. This color is called Enigma. And we're going to blend that also right into that same area very lightly. Just bring it in. As you can see, I'm not going all the way in. Just staying going to like mid area from that orange that we applied, just to the middle of my eyelid. All right, so continuing to build up. Still using our favorites. This is still by Melt. This color is called Rot, and it is a brown color. And since this color is more on the darker end, I'm switching up blending brushes. Just patting it just enough because this line has a lot of pigmentation, as you could tell, and I barely tapped it. So it's a nice little like sunsetty appearance with the orange, the reds, and the brown. And then our final color I'm going to use is still by Melt. Just to let you know, show you guys how much of a favorite it is. This color is called Antique. And we're just going to place that on our actual lid. And blend that right into all of the colors we just previously applied. You see, I'm using a patting motion with this one just to make sure it's packed right into that concealer. And that concealer is going to assist in making sure the eyeshadow does not move. So this has been my favorite, this has been my favorite glitter adhesive. It's called Liquid Sugar by KANDY Cosmetics. It goes a long way, trust and believe that. So I'm grabbing this sheet of plastic, making sure I have a flat surface. So this plastic is on top of this. And then what I do, I have the products I'm going to use. And we're using this purple here. So I don't apply too much, or at least I try not to apply too much of the glitter adhesive. Just maybe 3 dots I used. And then going in with the glitter. Oops, I opened that upside down. So I'm just mixing it with the pencil or the brush here. The pencil brush. Getting a good mix in, making sure it's the consistency I want before I apply it. And then, without having too much product on the brush, I'm going to try to apply the glitter right in the crease. I want the glitter to be thick enough. I don't want it to look too transparent. So I'm making sure I'm getting enough glitter on there. Just trying to give both sides as identical as possible. Could be a challenge, but it worked out pretty well. So moving that to the side, just so you guys could see, I did use more product than I would have liked to, but It's okay. Place that right on over there and go ahead with my, I'm going to go ahead and grab my eyeliner. This is Pat McGrath. This is also dual-sided. I'm all about buying dual-sided products because I just feel like I get more use out of them. It's a thick side and this is the pencil side. And I'm not doing a thick eyeliner today. Mascara I've been using is the Big Shot Maybelline mascara. I like this mascara because I get a lot out of this product on this wand. Excuse me. And I don't have to continue dumping it into the bottle. And I've had this mascara for some time now. And as you can see, it still has a nice application. When I say some time, I probably have had this for at least 4 months. These are the 615 Salon Perfect eyelashes. It has been my go-to, you guys. These eyelashes come 5 in a pack from Walmart for like a little over $8, and I could just reuse them. I haven't had a problem with you reusing them with just removing the previous glue that I used, and this has been a pleasant surprise for them to be a Walmart brand, knowing that I still feel like I'm getting great quality out of these eyelashes. And my favorite glue, the Ardell Lash Grip in dark. Just trying to get a thin layer evenly spread across these eyelashes. When I say thin layer, I do mean a thin layer. And just giving the glue a moment to become an adhesive. So it's easy to apply, and I probably had, as long as I've been wearing this eyelash glue, I probably had one occasion where my eyelash lifted. Other than that, I've been able to wear this eyelash glue like I've even slept all night with a pair of eyelashes on, and I had no problem whatsoever. Ardell Lash Grip Eyelash Glue in dark. All right, let's try this again. And then we're going to go ahead and do our foundation right after this. I have not attended to my lower lashes yet because after the setting powder, the finishing powder, and all the other powders that I love to use, because I wear more powders than creams and liquids, I don't like all that to be in my lower lash. So I wait until pretty much close to the very end to put mascara on my lower lash. All right, so now just speeding things up. I forgot to pull out, here it is. This is my orange color corrector, and I like to just make sure that, the base, my skin is as evenly blended as possible prior to putting my foundation on. And just grabbing a brush to blend it in. So sides of my lips, where it's common for it to be, that area to be a little dark on some people, and under my eyes. Don't forget to blend that or else it will come shining through your foundation. And my ultimate foundation brush, which I'm going to have to soon retire, you guys, because it started shedding. This is the Marc Jacobs brush, and this is the Face One. And it probably started shedding because, you know, when I wash my brushes, I'm probably not the most neatest brush washer. So it started shedding, so maybe the glue's getting a little loose down inside. My latest go-to Makeup Forever Foundation HD in Cognac has been coming through for me. It has been the closest to my skin complexion. Normally I'll get other foundations and will have to mix them. This one I have not had to mix with any other shade to get my complexion. And as far as the finish is what I desire. It's not too dry, not too dewy. And I just have been in love with this foundation. So just applying it directly to the brush. Then I patch it on my face and then just start blending it in. Using LA Girl concealer. I love it because it's affordable and it gets the job done. Amen. Amen. All right, moving along. Using my favorite beauty blender. This is the Pro Beauty Blender. So applying it directly to the face. Not the neatest, but we're just going to blend it right on in. Using MAC Cosmetics Fix Plus to achieve our blending. Just dampening the beauty blender just a little bit. Now this has been the finishing powder. This is by Black Opal and this is in medium 03. This has been the finishing powder I have been using. I have been loving. I have been just like all around. I know other people who have been boosting Benay. I cannot deny. My makeup is so fly. I don't know. All right. So people have been using other products, and there's still some finishing powders that I probably would visit or would give a try. But lately, this Black Opal, I like the shade of it because it has a yellow undertone, identical to my skin tone, and it sets my makeup just fine. So just putting that on. I'm really just dusting it on. Of course, there's always a better way to apply your finishing powder, but today I just want to dust it on in the areas, it's a mess, that I highlight. Okay, so now that our foundation and concealer have been set, to bring some color and some contouring back to my skin, no other than the Guerlain bronzing powder. This is in Terracotta 09 Intense. I love this stuff. It smells so good. And it is a little more on the pricier end, but it does such a flawless job. So I just apply that in the hollows of my cheek while brushing in an upward motion, so it could blend right in and give me the coverage I desire. Take that right up on along the lines of my temple. Then I like to go right around the frame of my, without getting any more product, just go around the frame of my forehead. Just grabbing a fluffy angle brush to contour my nose. This has been my favorite for a while now, so may not even just be this year. As of this year so far, I have been using this bronzing powder for a good 2 years, or almost up to 2 years. Just blending that in so it won't look like 2 racer tracks coming down my nose. Using this MAC Cosmetics blush in Sketch. Now, this is like optional. I don't always use it, but using a small rounded dome-shaped brush, I just I don't really. It's a blush, but I kind of just like use it to darken the hollows of my cheek. Like to just kind of dual layer my contour. I just use a little bit of that. Sometimes I use this for eyeshadow. Sometimes I do use it for actual blush. But today we're just going to use it to darken our contour area. So it kind of looks like it's going from dark, fading from dark to light. One today, since we have the little purple glitter going on. And this is the Prismatic Amethyst. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. It's like a lavender, soft lavender color, you guys. And using the fan brush, just going to get a little bit of that product and use it as a highlighter, because it is a highlighter. And now that I'm done with most of the powder cosmetics, well, actually, let me throw on a little blush too. This is Marc Jacobs blush. This is in Tantalizing. So just adding a little blush to my cheeks. I'm putting that right between the contour and the highlight area. Give us a little pop. Way. Now, MAC Cosmetics, this has been, okay, so I got this in a Christmas set, and this is a mascara. But you see how small this brush is? It's like perfect for my lower lash. So now they've come out with this big and bold mascara. It's a large brush and a smaller brush, which will be perfect because then that way I could do my lower end, my upper and lower eyelashes with no problem. So I love how this smaller brush is able to grip my lower lashes. Because let's be honest, I don't have that much. Using that same eyeliner that we used to bring my mole back, since we covered it up with foundation and other products. I like to color it right back in. Using the Fix Plus to set our makeup. And sometimes it helps give it like a more glowy look. Grabbing my lip liner, and okay, is ColourPop the top of the line of lip liners? No. However, I like how easily it glides on. I like that it comes in so many different, it has a beautiful range of colors, and I like to use different type of colors on my lips. I'm sure people have even become more creative and used it as a lip line, eyeliner, or a eyeshadow, because it blends so well. So this is the ColourPop lip liner in Nevermind. Nevermind. Moving on. These are my favorite lip liners. Did I say that already? I love those lip liners. And then I am using what I have instantly fell in love with once I applied it. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte lipstick, and this is an Evil Twin. And I just like how it just goes on so gracefully, and it doesn't take like several layers to get the full coverage. See, I haven't re-dipped it yet. And I'm about to do something real strange, but I'm curious as to how this may work out. I'm using this pigment by MAC Cosmetics. This is in chocolate brown. I do believe it is discontinued, but I just want to apply a little bit to my lip to see what color we end up with. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that color it just gave. It's like a soft mauve color.